Good morning everybody and happy new year. I know I'm late to the party, but I've been a busy gal. I've been over in Perth actually. So I went home for Christmas, and then after that one of my clients is a flight attendant and she was like, do you want to come to Perth? I was like, hell yeah I do. So we're really good friends and we just hung out in Perth for a little while, which was great. I loved it. It was literally only a couple of days, but so jam-packed and so fun. But now I'm back and I'm getting into the swing of things and I'm setting some goals, and I thought, why not do a video about New Year's resolution tips, how to set them, the best ways to achieve them, just how to smash 2019 really. So we're gonna go over my top 3 tips in how to set your New Year's resolutions goals. Let's go over my top 3 tips to setting your New Year's resolution goals. Alright team, tip number 1, we're going to start super simple. Write it down. So it doesn't matter where you write it. Personally, I'm a fan of hard copies. So I will write everything down in my journal or on my whiteboard. I just love, one, writing it down, but being able to see it. So the more you see it, the more ingrained it's going to become. So you can write it down as a hard copy like I do, or if you prefer you can go digital. So you can do it in your notes on your phone or on your laptop, just somewhere you're going to see it. I find like writing it down for me just sets it more in stone. But anyways. Wow, my eyes look so blue. So number 2 is break it down. So it's really hard to see if you're getting any progress for something that's a major goal. So for example, if your goal is weight loss and you say, I want to lose 20 kilos this year, and because it's such a long time, a lot of people will be like, oh, it's fine, like first 2 months have gone, I'll start in March. Or the first 5 months are gone, I'll start in the next half of the year, which is not a good way to have it. So if you break it down, it's so much easier. So if your 12-month goal, say, is lose 20 kilos in a year, if you break it down quarterly, it's way easier to see. So say you broke it down, so every 3 months you want to lose 5 kilos. So you look at that first 5 kilos rather than looking at 20 kilos. It makes it seem a lot easier to do if you set smaller micro goals along the way. So that macro goal is really hard to tackle by itself. So break it down. It doesn't matter how much you break it down. You can do monthly, you can do weekly, you can do every 3 months, just as long as you're reassessing and making sure that you're on the right track. And if you do fall off the wagon, that's fine. You can jump back on because you're not going to be on top of it the whole time. But making sure you're up to date and keeping track is so much easier. So break it down into small, easy steps, just like you would food. Bite it down into little easy bites. Wowza. Alrighty, so I had some food. I moved from the lounge room into my room. I know I'm productive this afternoon, but I just thought I'd share. My last video has 87 views in the first 2 days. Stop it. That makes me happy. I'm a little bit impressed with myself, so, you know. So if you do find that you love these videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And even if you think you might know someone else that likes it, share it around because that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Look at the little quokkas. Alrighty, I'll tell you tip number 3 and then we'll cue the Perth montage. Alrighty, so tip number 3 is a little bit of a big one, so prep yourself. It is make your goal SMART. So SMART is an acronym, so each letter stands for something different. So S is specific, make your goal specific. As a personal trainer, so many people will come in and say, I want to get fit. That's like going to a barista and telling them that you want coffee. Not specific. You can end up with anything, really. Could not be anywhere near your goals. So get specific. Order that large cappuccino with 3 sugars and a shot of freaking sugar, whatever it is. Vanilla, caramel, whatever tickles your fancy. Pick something specific. So if you want to get better at running, don't just say, I'm going to run more. say I'm gonna get better at running 5 kilometers, or I'm gonna go from running nothing to 5 kilometers. make your goal specific. If it's I want to get stronger, be like, I want to increase my squat by this much. I want to be able to do this many push-ups. And the more specific it is, the more personal it is. The more likely you are to achieve it. So make it specific. M is for measurable. So you need to make it so that you can measure it from start to finish, so that you can know that you're making progress. So if you're doing running, for example, if you're starting from scratch, like you actually don't run at all, say, all right, 0 to 5 kilometers or 0 to 10, whatever it is, put a number there so that you can measure it. So this week you can say, all right, I did 1 kilometer. It took me 15 minutes. And then next week you can look at it and be like, I did 1 kilometer, but this time it only took me 11 minutes. So you can see that you're getting better. It makes it measurable. And that's the same thing even if you're doing it with weight loss. You can do it with body weight, you can do it with muscle, you can get a body scan so that you can actually see all the little details. So you can see body fat, your muscle. So you can see your body fat, you can see your lean muscle mass, you can see everything. A, if we're being honest, I can't remember what A was, so I made my own up. And I put it as accountability. So this I find is super important. So a lot of people can find it easy to ditch the gym if it's just them going. Like if you know that no one else knows you're going, it's quite easy to skip it. Whereas if you have a friend that's going as well, say her name's Susan, and Susan knows you're coming to 4:30 class, so she'll go to 4:30 class. She's going to be really, really annoyed if you miss it. And it's going to make you feel guilty for letting down Susan. So find someone that keeps you accountable. Someone that will be mad or annoyed at you if you don't do it. Someone that will kick your butt if you're not there. Someone that will kick your butt if you don't food prep. If you don't stay on top of whatever it is you need to get to your goals. R is for realistic. So don't be stupid and be like, you know what? I'm going to go from 0 to 42 kilometers and I'm going to do it in 2 weeks. It's like, be realistic. You are setting yourself up for failure if it's not realistic. That's why breaking it down is so good. So you can actually break it down and be like, oh, actually, if I'm going to add 20 kilos to my back squat in 6 months, I'm going to need to add like 2 kilos every 2 weeks, which is not realistic at all. So break it down and make it realistic. T, the last one for smart, is time. Put a time on it. So like we said, if you're going to do it for the whole year, great, that's 12 months. Break it down. If you're going to do it, this is your goal for January, great, that's how many days are in January? 28? No, that's February. Put an end date on it. When you know there's a deadline, you work hard. So that is smart. Specific, measurable, accountability, again, I made that up. It's supposed to be something else, but I can't remember what it is. Realistic and time. So write down your goals, break it down, make sure they're smart, and you will kick ass. But remember, a plan is great, but action is better. So not only do you need to plan it, but you need to actually do what you plan. All right, team, let's cue the Perth montage. I'm so excited. Remember guys, if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Enjoy the Perth montage.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me.
And remember guys, if you found this helpful at all, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week.